Young champion. Carlos Alcaraz matches Nadal's epic legacy. 5 major titles by age 22. Carlos Alcaraz continues to collect historic milestones at a staggering pace, writing history books at 22. The Spaniard stands on 5 notable titles in 2025 after the US Open, adding 2 majors and 3 Masters 1000 shields to his impressive CV. At 22 years and 4 months, Carlos became the second youngest player to achieve 5 notable ATP titles in a season since the start of the ATP Tour in 1990. Who stands above him? His idol and compatriot Rafael Nadal, who achieved 2 seasons with 5 big crowns at 19 and repeated that 3 years later. Jannik Sinner stands behind the 2 Spaniards following a brilliant run last season when he was 23. Alcaraz is enjoying his career-best season, regaining the ATP throne after 2 years and looking good to secure his second year-end #1 honor. The young gun has shown consistency and brilliance at every surface since April. He has reached 8 straight ATP finals since Monte Carlo, lifting 6 titles, including 5 big ones. Thus, the El Palmar native stands on 14 big trophies at such a young age, which is a recipe for greatness. Carlos entered April with 1 ATP title. He improved his tally in Monte Carlo, celebrating in the Principality for the first time. A month later, he repeated that at Foro Italico, besting Jannik Sinner in the final and lifting his second big title of the year. The young gun did not have to wait for too long to conquer another. Alcaraz faced Sinner in the Roland Garros title clash and prevailed in one of the best major finals ever. Carlos denied 3 match points in a 4-6, 6-7, 6-4, 7-6, 7-6 classic, defending the title and writing history books. The Spaniard faced his greatest rival in another notable final at Wimbledon. This time, Jannik had the upper hand and prevented Carlos' three-peat. The 22-year-old bounced back and worked hard ahead of Cincinnati. He met Sinner in another title match and lifted a trophy when his rival retired in the opening set. The Spaniard gathered a boost ahead of the US Open and presented his A-game at Flushing Meadows. Alcaraz dropped 1 set in 7 matches and outplayed his rivals on serve and returned to add the 6th major title to his collection. It was Carlos' 5th notable title within 5 months, proving his ability to peak on the biggest stages and stand as the leader of his generation. Standing alongside Nadal on such an exclusive list underlines how quickly the El Palmar native is writing his own chapter in tennis history. Carlos Alcaraz has just done something truly remarkable. Fresh off his latest triumph at the US Open in 2025, the Spaniard now sits at 6 Grand Slam titles, all before his 23rd birthday. He has matched Rafa Nadal's major tally by the same age. It's a feat few could have predicted, but now that he's done it, the magnitude becomes clear. Let's explore how he got here, what it means in the context of tennis history, and what storms he still has to weather to become one of the all-time greats. How did he get here? Here's the journey. US Open 2022. Alcaraz's maiden major, beating Casper Ruud. He was just 19. Wimbledon 2023. He wins in dramatic fashion, defeating Novak Djokovic. French Open 2024 and Wimbledon 2024. Back-to-back victories, marking his dominance on multiple surfaces. French Open 2025. Perhaps his most memorable yet, coming back from 2 sets down, saving championship points, winning in the 5th set tiebreak. US Open 2025. With this win, he clinches his 6th major by age 22. Alcaraz has shown he can win Grand Slams on all surfaces, hard, clay, grass, in epic fashion, under pressure, and with grit. His record in major finals is outstanding. Few losses, many clutch wins. Matching Nadal, and more. What does it mean to match Nadal's legacy at this age? Rafa's benchmark, Rafael Nadal had 6 Grand Slams by age 22, or very close to it. To match or approach that puts Alcaraz in rarefied air. Surfaces and versatility. Nadal's dominance was largely rooted in clay, though he has multiple slams elsewhere. Alcaraz, by contrast, has won repeatedly on all 3 surfaces by this time in his career. He is the youngest man ever to win multiple Grand Slam titles on all 3 surfaces. Mental toughness in epic matches. The 2025 French Open final was his first Grand Slam final, where he came back from 2 sets down and saved match points. That's not common. That's stuff of legends. So, Alcaraz isn't just matching a number. He's matching the hardest parts of the legacy, the ability to win under pressure, the versatility, and the capacity to turn big moments in his favor. Why this is a turning point? There are a few reasons this is more than just another trophy for Carlos. Expectation becomes pressure. Now that the world sees him as capable of what Nadal once was at this age, everything he plays from here will carry heavier expectation. Every semifinal, final, every slip could be magnified. Comparison with the big three. Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, these are names that dominated the modern era. Alcaraz is not just being compared to Nadal now, but being placed in the same conversation. To reach their level, he'll need to sustain this excellence for years, avoid major injury, adapt as opponents target him. Physical and mental fatigue. Winning slams is difficult, winning many, across different surfaces, under pressure, often with relatively little margin for error. That's brutal. Alcaraz has shown he can handle it, but the wear on body and mind will increase. Legacy is made both by peaks and staying power. To be remembered among the greats, it's not enough to win a bunch daily. One must stay relevant, adapt, continue to win, perhaps even into the 30s like Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal. It's about longevity. What this reminds us about greatness. Looking at Alcaraz's journey, we see several qualities that have become essential in modern tennis greats. Versatility. It's no longer enough to dominate just on one surface. Grass court specialists or clay court gods are rarer. To be truly top tier, you need to adapt to all. Mental resilience. Matches are decided not just by physical skill, but by composure under pressure. Saving match points, coming from behind. These are insights into character, not just skill. Consistency. Being at or near the top in slams repeatedly, not just once, builds credibility. Alcaraz has done it in successive years. French Open 2024, Wimbledon 2024, French Open 2025, US Open 2025, etc. Youth plus maturity. He's young, but looks mature. He handles big moments, media, expectations in a way that suggests a tempering, not arrogance, not collapse under pressure. What's next? If Alcaraz keeps this pace, the near future could look something like this. The Australian Open. He hasn't won it yet. If he can clinch down under, that would nudge him toward a career Grand Slam. But the early months are tricky. Hard courts, inconsistent surfaces, early season rust, injuries, etc. Staying healthy and staying grounded, the physical toll, particularly after long matches like his comeback at French Open, is enormous. Injuries or fatigue could derail even the most promising careers. Adapting strategy. As he becomes the hunted, opponents study him more. They bring tactical plans, try to expose weaknesses. He'll need to evolve his game, stay flexible. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.